Today I'm going to do my best to make Absorbing Man sound as simple as possible. And so the way I'm going to start this is we're just going to do this little Battlegrounds health pool test right here. I'm going to do the fight. I'm going to start with this fight and commentate it really quick, and then we're going to look back at that fight after this is over and explain exactly what I did and how you should play him. Then we're going to get into a bunch of his matches, really good matchups, and I'll explain just exactly how to play him in these matchups and stuff like that. So first of all, we're just trying to pause our form using our light attacks, intercept or interrupt his heavy attack, then we charge heavy and cancel into our special 2, and then he's basically dead. Right here I'm going to pause my thing with the heavy attack, and then there you go. Alright, so now let me actually explain everything that happened in that fight, because obviously that was just a fight for people who already know how Absorbing Man works. So Absorbing Man has two forms, Magma form and Uru form. Magma form is going to make you do energy damage and is usually the go-to form to use for just random content. And then the Uru form is going to make you deal physical damage. Both of these will also give you the resistances to the damage you're dealing. So basically, Uru will also give you physical resist, Magma will also give you energy resist. So we're using the Magma one because that's usually the one you want for just better damage in normal matchups. And you want to pause this form as often as possible. So starting here, one way to pause the form is by starting the fight with a light attack. And you shouldn't do this if the defender has parry, but since they don't here, I did. And since I landed that light attack, I have the pause icon there. So another way you can do it is by light intercepting, which I just did there. I just paused the form by doing light intercept, and if the light intercepts are hard for you, that's okay. I'm going to get to a easier rotation later. So I'm going to do my light intercepts constantly, and we're just going to build to the special 2. We're going to bait special attacks along the way since we have to, since this isn't Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. Get some light intercepts if we can. Now I'm going to charge heavy and then launch my special 2. What this is going to do is refine my form, giving me a secondary ability. In this case, it would be placing Incinerates on contact. So now I get a bunch of damage because I threw my special 2 from my heavy attack, and doing that from the heavy attack gives me extra critical rating. And if you crit, you deal a bunch of extra damage with Absorbing Man. So there, I countered his heavy attack with my light attack, which is your third way to pause the Magma or Uru form. So there, I just paused it again, and we're just going to try to finish him off by hitting him, because we have all those nice Incinerates now, because we refined our form from the special 2. So that's the simple way to do it for an experienced player, where you just light intercept and heavy counter with a light attack a lot, and then just get to your special 2 and heavy cancel. So now I'm going to show you how to do it in a different way. In this fight, I'm going to be using his Uru form instead, because maybe you need physical resist for something, or maybe your opponent has a lot of energy resist, so you need the alternative option. I'm going to start with a light attack and do light intercepts just like I did earlier, but we have the Uru form, so we're not going to be placing Incinerates when we refine. What we're going to do instead is we want to spam special 1s, so that if we crit the opponent, we keep dealing a bunch of extra burst damage. And right here, I'm having trouble trying to refine my form. I baited a heavy attack and countered it with my light attack right there. So, like I said, we're just using special 1s instead. We heavy canceled, which would give us extra crit rate, but we got really unlucky with the crits there. So, another thing Absorbing Man has that you can see in this fight is those charges right next to his form. It says 186 right now. What you can do is if you have 150 or more, you can use a heavy attack, not a heavy attack, a 3-hit combo, which is just medium, light, medium, and you place a big vulnerability on them so they take extra damage. And when you have the ability to place this vulnerability up, you should definitely do that because of the amount of extra damage you're going to get. I'm just messing up a little bit here because I'm just messing with the AI wrong. And I didn't place a vulnerability at the end, but it doesn't matter because he's almost dead. So that's what I did for the Uru rotation, where I'm just spamming special 1s into his, from my heavy attack. So like I said, now I'm going to do a fight where I play him to where maybe a less experienced player would do it, because light intercepting isn't the easiest thing to do, and some people need to know how to play a champion without having to do that. So like I said earlier, you can also pause your form by doing a heavy counter with your light attack. So that's what I did there. I'm going to block and bait a heavy attack, and then just tap him to counter it. Is this gonna work with every heavy attack? No, so that's maybe why you should try to practice your light intercepts and learn them a little bit. But for the matchups you can, which is still a lot, then this is one of the ways you could play him. And we're just doing the same method where we're gonna get to the special 2. I was a little late on my light attack there, but we're just gonna get to the special 2 and then throw it from our heavy attack like we would usually do it. And then that's just how you would do it if you're not comfortable light intercepting as much. Now I'm going to get into a little bit more of the utility side of the video, and this is Gauntlet Terrax. And I'm going to activate Magma Form because Terrax's rock field does energy damage for some reason. Yes, rocks flying in your face is energy damage, not physical. Don't ask me why. And I'm showing you this section because another node that it has is that he gains an indestructible buff whenever he reaches 2 bars of power, but Absorbing Man reduces the duration of indestructibles by 90%, combined with Unstoppable, Unblockable, and Immortality. So he just makes those almost non-existent, and it's so great. And another part of that picture that I was showing you is that whenever Absorbing Man would get armor broken, when he's immune to it, he's going to gain 90 morph charges. And like I said earlier, if you do a 3-hit combo, you're going to place those vulnerabilities, you're going to start hitting so hard. And right here, I have 6 vulnerabilities active. I'm just absolutely annihilating this Terrax with my rank 2 Absorbing Man. I think the first fights are rank 3 Absorbing Man, but everything else is rank 2. Just look how disgusting this fight is. I uploaded that Gauntlet Terrax takedown like 2 weeks ago. It's absolutely stupid, his damage, when you can get him armor broken a lot. Now I'm going to show Annihilus, because Annihilus also goes unstoppable. Well, he also inflicts armor break, but he does go unstoppable too, which will be reduced, like I talked about earlier. So when I dash back, when he would trigger the unstoppable, you don't even notice it because it's already gone that quick. And then when he hits my block, he's going to place an armor break through it, but we're immune to that. We just gain morph charges. That fight was really quick because obviously it was a duel, but you know, that's just how it works with duels. We've also got an Arcus here, which I'm showing because he plays armor breaks on me as well. I wouldn't say he's the best Arcus counter because you've still got to deal with that power gain, but I'm just showing you that he's armor break immune, therefore he's also cold snap immune, meaning he is a decent option if you actually need it, because that cold snap on Arcus is annoying. So, it's one of your best options to actually deal with it. And when I gain an armor up too, it's also pausing the form, so it's just a nice little bonus to go along with it. Now I've got a Hulkling, and Hulkling also has that annoying indestructible buff, and it makes it even worse that if you're using a Mystic that nullifies, it's going to replace it with a passive. So what we're just doing with Absorbing Man is that when we trigger that indestructible, it's just going to be gone really quickly, because that's how Absorbing Man works. Like that, you just see it go away super quick. And once again, it's just another really quick fight because my Hulkling isn't a very high rank, but you can see an example of how that indestructible is almost non-existent when doing a Battlegrounds fight. Alright, I'm just gonna finish this video by quickly going over the normal rotation once again, and then that'll be it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing what Absorbing Man can do. And here we go, last fight. We're going to start with the light attack to pause the form. We're going to light intercept to pause the form. We're going to keep doing that so it never has a chance to fall off. Just going to try to bait a special attack now, get rid of some of his power. He finally throws it. Now we're going to hit him, do another light intercept. Now it's paused again. We keep placing vulnerabilities, doing the intercept as well. Now we just medium, heavy cancel special 2. We get so many crits to where it does so much extra burst damage. We got incinerates now, and they're just taking him down really quickly. We're going to bait the heavy attack, counter the heavy attack, we pause it again, and he is donezo. That is how you play Absorbing Man. Thank you for watching.